Hello and welcome to a special Valentine's Day edition of Here's What. Now, obviously, this is a little late. I would have been here on Sunday, but if you can probably tell, I'm a little stuffed up. The weather here in New England has not been fun, so I've been sick, but I'm here nonetheless. So we are going to talk about everything that happened from last Monday Night's Raw up until the Elimination Chamber. So let's pretend that it is Sunday and that Raw didn't happen last night. But Raw last week was interesting. We had Samoa Joe signing his official Raw contract. He's now on the main roster as a Raw superstar under the, obviously, tutelage of Triple H, or pretty much doing Triple H's dirty work. It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds over the next couple of weeks. Now, speaking of unfolding, there's been an unfolding rivalry with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns when Braun Strowman cost Roman Reigns his Universal Championship match at Royal Rumble. Getting a little ahead of myself. They're going to fight at Fastlane. They've been wanting to get their hands on each other, but, come on. We want them to wait because I know Roman's not popular with a lot of people, but that's definitely a match I'm looking forward to seeing. Speaking of match I'm looking forward to seeing, there's actually two of them that came out of a Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, and Goldberg segment. So Goldberg accepted the rematch that Brock Lesnar put out, so they're going to be fighting each other for the last time at WrestleMania. However, Goldberg might have a little gold around his waist because Chris Jericho accepted a match on his best friend Kevin Owens' behalf at Fastlane for the Universal Championship. Obviously, Goldberg has held many titles. This is one that he hasn't. I don't know if Kevin Owens can pull this one out of the bag. We're going to have to wait and see. Fastlane is shaping up to be a pretty great pay-per-view. This is Raw's final pay-per-view, final single pay-per-view, I believe, before WrestleMania. So over to SmackDown, we had, I just gotta say, sorry, getting tongue-tied because I'm just so excited. The women's division on SmackDown has been top-notch as of late, and just, fighting in the cage match, Mickie James got involved. Fighting in the cage match, we had Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. They've had hardcore matches with Carmella and Nikki Bella. I'm just so proud of all of the girls on SmackDown, and they had the first ever dual contract signing on SmackDown with women, and it was Mickie James and Becky Lynch signing their contract for their match at Elimination Chamber, and Alexa Bliss and Naomi. Obviously, contract signings never go as planned. By the way, Mickie James being very mean to Renee Young, just trying to do her job. Come on, interviewers trying to do their job. But Mickie took control, had some words with Becky. Naomi had some words with Alexa, and things got physical. But it's not surprising. And we had a fatal four-way match with the four of the people that were in the Elimination Chamber match on Sunday, with Baron Corbin kind of pulling out a surprise win, but it was a lot of momentum that he needed heading in towards Elimination Chamber, which we'll talk about in a couple of seconds. Just going to cover quick 205 Live and NXT. Jack Gallagher is the number one contender, and he won a fatal five-way match. He's going to face Neville at Fastlane. Now, another quick note on NXT. Sanity had two matches last week, won both of them. They've been running wild as of late. Nikki Cross, obviously the female Insanity, seems to be a strong contender to Asuka's dominance over the women's division, so it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to take over NXT, no pun intended. And we finally have a UK title match with Tyler Bate versus Trent Seven, which is going to be this Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to seeing who wins that match. Elimination Chamber was SmackDown's final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. 3 women's matches on that card, by the way. Quick note, Becky Lynch defeated Mickie James. And Nikki Bella and Natalya actually fought to no contest. Don't know if that's over yet. 2 of them just can't get along. But we did have a decisive winner in the Tag Team Turmoil match, which involved all of the tag teams on SmackDown, and American Alpha continued their dominance and proved why they are the top tag team on SmackDown, because they came out the winners. In the women's division, the final women's division match, we had Alexa Bliss going in as champion versus Naomi. Naomi finally won her first title on the main roster. She's been with WWE for, I believe, 5 or 6 years. So deserving. I cannot give praise enough to Naomi. She is one of the top athletes, male or female, in WWE, and I am so happy for her. Finally, the Elimination Chamber happened we had obviously the 6 top guys on SmackDown, and a very, very surprising result with John Cena losing his 16th world title. Very short reign. I don't remember the official stat, but it's less than a month. And Bray Wyatt is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He is going to be facing Randy Orton, which is going to be very interesting because they're obviously Wyatt family members together at WrestleMania. So congratulations to Bray Wyatt. That, again, I believe is his first singles title on the main roster. He's been there for a while. So Bray Wyatt era is upon us. SmackDown tonight is going to be very, very interesting. I hate to use that word, but when anything involves the Wyatts, it's always interesting. Now I am coming toward the end of today's episode. Now, who's next? This is a guy who I would love to see involved in 205 Live. He needs to lose a couple of pounds because I believe his build weight is currently at 210. But Joey Ryan, please look him up. He wrestles in a tag team with Candice LeRae, who I've discussed before, that WWE I'm still waiting for you to sign as the world's cutest tag team. He's entertaining. He's a great wrestler. And he'd be perfect for 205 Live, like I said, if he can meet the weight limit. Speaking of 205 Live, who you need to be watching is Akira Tozawa. We saw him debut on Raw last week. The guy's amazing. Everybody in the Cruiserweight division is just fantastic. But be on the lookout for him. Brian Kendrick is trying to take him under his wing, but I don't think he needs it because he's got all this, everything that it takes to be on the top of the division. So that is all I have for today. I will be back Sunday because I am healthy. I'm coming back on Sunday, and I will see you next week.